Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, where it's Chinese Grand Prix weekend. But before we can race, we need to qualify. And who's going to take that coveted pole position? How will our grid line up? We're about to find out. Welcome to qualifying. And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint, and this will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. The ever-tightening turns of 1 and 2 will prove tricky in the slippery conditions here in Shanghai, and anyone that slides wide will lose a lot of time getting back on track. Turn 14 should still be the best place for overtaking, but we'll have to see some improvement in the weather before the drivers can take advantage of that DRS assistance. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, Esteban Ocon, and Hülkenberg. Sainz, Hamilton, Gasly, and Aiden Jackson. Antonelli, Bortoleto, Max Verstappen, and Fernando Alonso. Helga, Lawson, Alex Albon, and Yuki Tsunoda. Stroll, Hadjar, Behrman, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. Our 11th team have made a real impact on the grid. They've got a brilliant driver lineup. Engineering-wise, they look very settled. Commercially, they've been massively impressive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to have that understanding. Keep bringing the money in from a financial point of view. That's what keeps your team pushing forward. But as a team principal, you also need to have, my belief, is a good understanding of the technological side of this sport. It's so techy, you need to be, in a way, a bit of an engineer yourself.
The formation lap gets underway ahead of today's sprint. It's going to be interesting to see who gets pole position. As all the cars take their positions on the grid, the final preparations have been made, and all that's left is for the drivers to deliver on track.
するんだ。ポジションは下がったが、やつに食らいついて抜き返せ。さっきのでタイムペナルティーを課せられた。
ああ、もうめちゃくちゃだよ。天気予報によると、雨はあと5分か10分で止む。今ならインターが良さそうだ。前のマシンとの差は 3.1 秒。赤旗だ。オーバーテイク禁止。ピットレーンで会おう。
ああ、もうめちゃくちゃだよ。
ここまで順調だったが、ここで一息つくチャンスだ。レースはまだ半分残っているし、大きなチャンスも残されている。次は頑張ってくれ。10位、現在10位だ。1位との差は
よし、レース終了だ。気をつけて戻ってきてくれ。悪くあと一歩結果が出なかったけど、みんなよくやったよ。
So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix.